just, I feel like I'm almost trying to steer the club, like holding on to it rather than just letting it go.
Okay.
I feel like I need to reset back to where when I started playing golf and I didn't know all the technical jargon of P1 and P2 and I was just swinging the club and reacting to it.
Exactly. We want to see how your body wants to react, and to do that we need to destabilise it. I would not be looking down, to be honest. I'd be looking forward and just feel this. Now we're talking. So now you're moving fluidly and you're balanced. Sure. Brilliant. You're starting to recognise the secrets.
Very, very good.
You've got all the vocabulary. It's just we need to create the literacy.
Right.
At the moment, the literacy is. Have you had many lessons in the past?
Yeah, a few. I've probably had maybe 10 lessons in total, maybe 15.
Okay.
But over the space of 5 years. Had some when I started playing first.
Yeah. That's not bad for starters, though.
No, it's not.
And you obviously, you say you played a lot of tennis, you played lots of other sports, football.
Yeah.
Injuries? Any injuries in the past or present?
No.
No, nothing that's.
Nothing that would. Nothing that I could blame.
No. Nothing you're aware of.
No.
And when you swing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm almost trying to steer the club, like holding on to it rather than just letting it go.
Okay.
Just I feel like I'm trying to almost, hold it.
Almost guide it.
Steer it or restrict it. I feel I've restricted the movement. I know you're like for a draw you need to be there, and for fade you need to be here.
Yeah.
But I generally don't feel that in my swing, and generally when I try and play a fade and just go straight left.
Okay. So we don't move without using force.
Yeah.
So if we don't create a force, we can't move. So it's like, how do we recognise these forces and where they come from?
I think it's from your video, it's the throwing the ball thing. Like you don't think about it, it just happens.
Exactly.
Reaction.
This is a primitive action, hitting something.
Yeah, I feel like I need to reset back to where when I started playing golf and I didn't know all the technical jargon of P1 and P2 and weight shift and all. I was just swinging the club and reacting to it.
Exactly. What we want to just recognise today is how you react to it and how the club reacts to you and how it becomes essentially just another part of your body.
Yeah.
We want to see how your body wants to react, and to do that we need to destabilise it. So we need to start to challenge it. It responds by repatterning in the most optimal way possible. You're unloading at the top of the swing here, and then you start to load. The issue we've got is that there's no time. You're fully loaded here with 2,000 newtons. We've got to try and get as much of that through to the golf club when we're nearly at the ball.
So I need to be more like...
So this load, the peak maximal load, needs to be earlier in our action. So we can actually unload earlier, and now we've got time to transfer all that momentum through to the club before we get to the ball. The body's always trying to create a mechanical advantage, so the body's doing this for a reason. You've got all this potential, and you're not using it.
Right.
Okay. So and you're a strong guy creating lots of load, we're not getting it out of the ground.
So that's why you get that old chicken wing
probably.
Not that I don't care really, it's
irrelevant. It's irrelevant that.
Yeah.
And that might still be there, but you know what? You wouldn't tell Westwood to start straightening his arm.
No.
Or Brooks Koepka or all these guys, Jordan Spieth. You're probably not going to jump very effectively off your heels.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to jump very effectively on the outsides of your feet.
Yeah, you want to be you're
going to be on the balls of your feet, but if you look where you are, you're on the outside edge of your left foot.
That energy I've built up is just completely wasted.
It's still there.
Yeah. I don't know why your brain makes it so complicated, because it is literally, like you said, everything, all the movement you're doing is literally like you want to be like I would skimming a stone or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And they talk about skimming a stone, but then when you do put a golf club in your hand, it's no longer skimming a stone.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes on a different form. You've got all the vocabulary. It's just we need to create the literacy. We're not trying to twist this disc. We're going that way. Yeah. Step onto the carpet here for me and just do the same thing. Just feel the rotation from the, now. Just twist from the feet.
Right, so feet feel like they're on. That feels really weird.
Different feel?
Oh, massive. I feel like I'm free. Feels, like I'm getting a huge turn without actually turning anything here.
And look, you're not having to lift your heels, you see, like I said earlier, because you're letting everything move. Not that you don't want to lift your heels, but you don't need to. It's a different way of engaging with the ground, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I was saying to Joy, literally, I feel like I'm when I do that same motion here. I feel like I'm turning, but this hasn't moved. But I'm actually here further than I've ever turned before.
It's reacting. I would not be looking down, to be honest. I'd be looking forward and just feel this. So your eyes are away from what you're trying to do. You can go the other. That's it. Good. Let your belt buckle twist with it more. That's it. Now twist your belt buckle back. Go for it. Now we're talking. So now you're moving fluidly and you're balanced.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I feel. Yeah.
Originally you're trying to stabilise and stay static and think I don't want to lose my balance, but that makes matters worse. Now you're starting to move and look, you can just play around and you find your balance. Try that on the carpet here. Just stand there, Damien. Looking forward and just feel that now. Different feel?
Yeah. I feel like I'm more almost on my toes rather than my heels a lot. My body's just moving because of what I'm doing there.
Brilliant.
I'm not consciously doing anything with my upper body.
Exactly. So take your club, just hold it with your right hand, and just do some swings. Nice easy swings back and forth in the air.
So the same feeling.
Yeah, looking forward. Don't even look down. Just swing the club back and forth in the air. But feel that swing coming from the ground, from the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips.
Everything's happening there. This is all
Passenger.
Yeah. Like I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about like really getting that.
Yeah. So starting from the ball, you want the intensity forward, the intensity back. Have a few shots playing around using the feel of the board.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's okay. It's just a bit deliberate at the minute. That's all.
Yeah, not.
Don't worry.
Not getting that. No. Old habits die hard, I think.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's just you're not doing what you've been doing before. You're just working out these components. So it's a
feels so new.
Yeah, it's no man's land at the minute. Which is good.
Yeah,
it's the place to be. We're in the place where we need to be. Don't worry. We need this chaos. I'm not enjoying you watching you struggle. It's just the fact that you need to, this is a very important part of the process. I'm not sadistic in that way.
okay.
This is good.
Is this?
Yeah, this is good. This is where you need to be for us to actually make any improvement.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
We're expanding movement, but because the flexions and extensions were just not being utilised, it was really inhibiting your execution. So it's chaos. Okay, I expected that. It's all. It's supposed. That's how this is how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Okay. What you're going to do now is you're going to just start flexed. Imagine there's a mate behind you calling your name and just shouting to you, and you're going to stand up to turn around. And look how fast that can turn.
Yeah.
As opposed to inflection.
So you're using the force of the
way
ground.
slower. Using the force of the ground. Now, the faster you can get momentum going through the body this way, the easier it is to throw the club back, and the more stretch you can create.
Yeah.
But it's effortless.
Yeah, that feels a lot more natural. That feels like I find that feels.
There you go. Now you're not moving off the golf ball because as I do this, if I wanted to go to the golf ball, I just side bend.
Yeah.
It's that's not a problem. So that's hip rotation. Good. Feel okay to do?
Yeah, that feels. I mean, it feels like I'm a lot more bent over, but it feels like I have a lot more freedom to move.
Range, exactly. So you can push in to push up and up. There we go. That gives you the rotation.
Yeah.
Different feel?
Yeah.
It's all about the intensity to that intent to your movement. Well done. It's all about being assertive. Feel different?
Miles, that felt acres of space and time.
That's it. Now bend your knees. Now stand up to swish the club, and then the club comes so much later.
Yeah.
Do it again, but it's going to be faster. So swish it back. Now bend your knees. Now, no, not yet. Bend your knees. That's it. Now what you can do is stand up and let the club swish. There you go. The club comes later.
Yeah.
But feel the snap of the club after. Yes. Let the club head swish. That's it. You'll start to get a feel when you go up and how you're creating that energy from going up to snap the club. There you go. Notice how late that comes. Yeah, using the ground. You can start to release the golf club with no effort in this direction.
Yeah.
Very, very good. That's just telling us face and path. So a straight shot is brilliant because, or roughly straight, because it's telling us your face and path were lined up. So we know your path's to the right, we're just going to let the club release. If you love the coaching, but you're not able to get a lesson and want to experience the transformation for yourself, the closest thing you can do to get a lesson is buy a ZEN GRF Infinity training system and experience the same things that you're seeing my pupils go through in a lesson, and a 2-hour download of all the exercises that enable my pupils to tap into those forces and find their most natural, efficient golf swing. You've been used to doing this.
Yeah, I find it
holding on, that's all.
I find it really difficult on this.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
Because it's like throwing me. I'm not thinking about the ball or the shot.
Perfect.
I'm thinking about. And it's throwing me way out of whack.
Good. Different finish?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a lot more, well...
More side bend?
Yeah.
So if you're using more side bend, you've probably extended more. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in that position when I finished the golf shot. That, like, that feels...
How did the swing feel?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I didn't feel...
Nothing.
I was concentrating on that.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that. I didn't feel, that. And obviously I wanted my path to be out to the right a bit. But
and it drew.
Yeah.
You've got a natural draw. So you're starting to now let the golf club release on a path that's just going to allow you to start the ball right and bring it back and not feel like you're having to manipulate it by starting it left and then having to work your way right.
Yeah, I feel like it's like just going around my body.
Yeah.
It's just going and I'm not following it.
Perfect. You're letting the club go. Awesome.
Yeah, that feels way like I never felt that sensation.
In a good way.
Oh, in a good way. Yeah. I've never, from where we were 20 minutes ago, I thought I was never going to be able to hit a golf ball again. But yeah, it's just
you have to be prepared to take yourself where I took you into the trenches, to then reorganise and spiral up and go to this place.
Yeah.
You do that in half an hour on the range. So some of the best practice sessions you can have are where you hit it the worst, but if you stick with it and you've got your process, you reinvent with much more higher precision and much more of an attunement with perception and action than you would have ever had if you'd have just stayed in that stable place with the stabilisers on.
Yeah.
You came in with the stabilisers on the bike,
Yeah.
I took the stabilisers off, and you went, I don't even recognise how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And I said, right, we've got to start again, right?
Yeah.
But we're not discounting everything you've already learned. That's okay. We're going to use it. We're going to reorganise it, reconfigure it.
Yeah.
We're going to enrich your awareness so you can bring in new stuff.
Shot.
Brilliant. You're starting to recognise the sequence. That's brilliant. Awesome. Very balanced at the end.
Yeah, I feel in control.
Solid.
I feel like I actually have control of what I'm doing, rather than falling over after I hit the ball.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just that keeping that centered and that 3 and 4, like allowing that time. That's what I really need to work on, I think.
So what you've done is you've told me what you need to work on.
Yeah.
Out of all this, what we're doing, there's cues that are appearing that you go, this is what I feel I need to, this is what I sense is at the heart. These are the features that I focus on that allow all the rest to happen.
Yeah.
You create your own cues. Before, your momentum always worked in one direction.
Yeah.
You can shift your momentum there. You can release over there, you can release over there. So
Yeah.
you're giving yourself now a lot more freedom to move. You've got a platform to build on, and you've got your video, and you've got a way now to practice. That's the thing too.
Yeah, and I think that's probably a lot of it. A lot of the time when I went to the driving range, I was reacting to the shot, not thinking about what I'd just done,
And then you can go back to the board, back to the pads, back to the rotating disc.
Yeah.
You're just familiarising yourself.
Yeah.
Your body just gets, that was this now, you're starting to recruit it.
Yeah, like that resonated, like the belt just turn your belt buckle,
Look at that.
and you're not even thinking of anything, like, you know.
From the ground.
But at the minute, it just still feels very raw and alien. So I need to really work on it.
Brilliant.
Which
Enjoy
I'm
it.
excited to do. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, bud.
Thank you very much. Well
Thank
done. Well done, mate.